What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing? Stopped at a light. I had a had a video idea, so I feel like I need to spit it out. Check my shirt. Okay. A lot of people are wondering, how do you build business credit? It's not easy, but it's more simple than a lot of people think when it comes to building business credit and getting business funding. You can get business funding without having a lot or really any business credit. And I'll kind of talk about that, like how I got business credit cards without having any business credit. I was able to establish my business and then was able to get a business credit card through Chase. Long story short, the way it was kind of set up was not what I imagined. I thought it would be set up like, obviously a business checking account, you're setting it up to kind of mimic your LLC. But the way the sales guy set it up for me was essentially setting it up as I was a sole proprietor, and I was not a sole proprietor. So it was a little confusing there. And then, now I'm kind of changing that, and we're getting back on good standing. But nonetheless, even at that, I was able to get a $5,000 business credit card, which came in handy, especially when it comes to buying more vehicles and things of that nature. But how do you get business credit? How do you build that up? That's kind of the question. Ooh, this truck's about to hit the fan. Ooh, that was close. Ooh. Going to the airport, guys. Got to do a drop off. So how do you build business credit, right? You essentially, it's not like personal credit in a sense that you're trying to get stuff and you're expanding your credit, yada, yada, yada. You guys know, right? Business credit, in a sense, works like, how are you paying your bills? As long as you're making essentially payments, whether it be the minimum or you're paying in full, especially when it comes to business credit cards, or you're kind of in between, as long as you're making your payments on time, that's essentially how you're going to get business credit. And that's how your business credit is going to build up over time. Now, a lot of times when you are trying to purchase certain things in your business name, you are going to have to PG, especially as a newer business. Don't let some of these YouTubers and other people tell you that, oh, you can do this, that, and the third. You can't, unless you're willing to personally guarantee it. And that's what a lot of banks are going to do, especially when you're going to apply for credit, whether that be a line of credit, whether that be a vehicle, whether that be a credit card. They're going to ask you in some way, shape, or form, can you personally guarantee it? You know what I mean? They may not do a hard credit pull. I know certain banks, such as American Express, they give you a business credit card and they don't need to do a hard credit pull. There's a few others out there. I'm not going to go into detail right now, but essentially, you don't need a hard credit pull to get business funding, right? So, excuse me. So, but you will need to personally guarantee it, right? They are going to do somewhat of a soft pull and say, hey, we just want to look at what your finances are like, what your credit score is like, and personally, how much money, are you bringing per month, per year, whatever the case may be. These people in these Hondas, man, look at this guy. They always got to do it, right? They see a guy in a Porsche and they're like, oh, let me show off my Honda. Yeah. Anyway, a lot of the banks are going to ask that. They're going to say, how are you personally? Some of them, again, don't do hard pulls. Some just do soft pulls, but they still want to check, how are you personally? Excuse my French, if stuff hit the fan, can you back it up? And that's essentially what it comes down to. Now, once you build business credit and you got business credit established, don't get me wrong, you won't have to personally guarantee anything. You just be buying stuff in your business name. But again, that's months and years sometimes in the works. It's not like something you just do next month. It ain't gonna happen. You can obtain, I'm telling you personally because I've done it, you can obtain business credit cards, maybe even a line of credit, but you will need to personally guarantee it. I've purchased actually 2 vehicles in my business name, in which they both are in my business name, and really didn't have too many issues. However, my credit score was pretty good at the time, and amongst other things. So a lot of times you will need to personally guarantee stuff. It's just, that's how the banks are going to feel. Unless you're going to some of these small banks where, and this is kind of what I'm doing now, where they're not looking into your personal stuff. They're more interested to see what your bank statements look like. How much money are you bringing in and through your business? Are you bringing in $3K, $5K, $7K, $8K, $9K a month? You know what I mean? So they're looking at that. You're going to need to bring in thousands. And if you're not doing that, then you got to go the traditional route of personally guaranteeing everything until your business can stand on its own 2 feet. So like right now, like I'm saying, I'm on the game where, and I'm learning about this, and this will be a video for future reference, but I'm learning about getting business funding using your business bank account statements. So if you prove, most places are going to say minimum 5K, minimum 5K. If your business is not, if you have one of these credit repair businesses or one of these, teach you things business where it's not really bringing in that much per month, then you probably can't go this route. And a lot of people can't go that route. Like a lot of people will be like, oh, I'm gonna be a content creator and that's my business, right? And that's perfectly fine. But content creation when you're starting out, you ain't making nothing. I mean, so it's hard to get funding, if you ain't making nothing. Or let's say you do start making something, but it's $1,000 a month. It's not really, banks and a lot of these other places, non-traditional banks, are going to say, nope, sorry, we can't fund you. Try again. You know what I mean? So you just got to be conscious of that. Like I made a couple videos showing how to get business credit cards, how I got a line of credit 13,000. Check those videos out. Like, share, subscribe as always. But check those videos out. The other thing is, guys, getting high limit business credit cards is not hard like it may seem. Again, if you are someone with EIN and you have your LLC set up, whether you want to go LLC or sole prop, in the beginning phases, places like Chase, they will allow you, wow, just seen a Porsche with no tires in the middle of the airplane highway. Chase, places like Chase will allow you, they will give you a high limit credit card to start up your business, to kind of get something under your feet to get you, set up. Just being a sole prop or just starting out, so definitely look into that, guys. This is something that I've done personally, so I'm not going to tell you something that I've seen on another video and try to mimic that or whatever the case may be. I've done this personally. So what the fuck? I've done this personally where I was able to get a couple business credit cards, with pretty much all of them ranging about 5K. Pretty much all of them ranging about 5K. So I was able to get those, and now, like I said, I was able to get now a line of credit. I was able to go through a non-traditional bank where they're going to give me essentially a line of credit for my business, just using my bank statement. So it's quite nice. Again, for those who are kind of looking like, how can I make extra money? How can I get extra money? Having your business set up correctly, doing the necessary steps. Again, you can watch a lot of other YouTubers. They'll tell you how to set up your business, the necessary things. When setting up an EIN, again, go to irs.gov. It is free. Don't let nobody tell you got to pay for EIN. Setting up your LLC, however, you might have to pay for that. Going through your Secretary of State, whatever state you're in. I'm in Florida. That costs roughly $130, I think it was, something like that. Not too crazy. But setting up your business the correct way and establishing yourself, that's going to be important. All right, that's all I got. Have a good one.